Hello, it's Funny Friday. Thank you for checking in. It's great to see you. I'm having a day. My Twitter is locked for some reason. I don't know if I was hacked or something, but it locked. And I kept trying to unlock it, and apparently I tried too many times, so it won't unlock. I can't. Ugh! So I've been all day without Twitter. I can't send the links to anyone. And so I sent the invites here. I don't know how quickly people get them. So I can't tweet. So hello. And I just tried to go live, and I didn't realize I was live, and I accidentally turned it off when I thought I was turning it on first time, and then it wouldn't let me turn it back on. You can't turn it on and off. You have to restart all over. So no, that's not what happened, David Jones. So I can't tweet. I will be able to tweet later, but it was really annoying. So hello, let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and hi to Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and N1 QOV and Joe Barney and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Sam and St. Clinton and Tesis and Wing Doggy and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl, Marcel and David Jones. Marcel, the thing from Twitter says that I violated an automation policy. I'm like, I don't have automation. So I don't know if that means that there's some sort of like hacking or spammer thing, and that you would need to, in order to unlock it, I have to verify that I have it. So then I tried to verify it, but I used my phone number. They're supposed to text you something. I don't have texting. So I tried to use my regular phone, and that didn't work. So then I was going to use my friend's phone. And when I tried to use another number, it said that I tried too many times, and I have to wait and try again later. But it's been saying that all day long. It's supposed to just, like, do that after an hour. And it's not. All day long, it's locked. And I looked on my Twitter. There's no unusual tweets. So I don't know what the hell. Well, Marcel, I haven't sent any ads, and I have not gone over the amount of tweets. I've never gone over. I don't tweet that many times. Yeah. So I don't know what that. I don't know what. It said automation rules. I don't have any automation. So I don't know if, like, some hacker robot thing was like, but wouldn't that show up that there were tweets coming from me? Because there's no tweets. No, there's no extra tweets. So I don't know. Hi, hi, Wing Doggy. Thank you for checking in. And for anyone who's on YouTube, it's Funny Friday. We're supposed to share some jokes, but all I'm doing is complaining. Well, it's messed up and for no reason. And I've sent like messages to Twitter like, hey, what's going on? Help. Of course, they don't write back. Wing Doggy? No, no one's spying on me, Wing Doggy. So anyhow, so that's my day. Had computer problems all week. Urgh. For anyone who watched the eulogy that President Obama gave today, it was beautiful and wonderful and awesome. If you haven't watched it, I think even if you are not somebody who is a fan, I think you're going to watch this and say that it was a really beautiful, awesome speech. One of the best speeches I've ever seen anyone give. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. Watch it. I think you'll be pretty proud and impressed. Very nice job. And woohoo! Big news today. The Supreme Court has finally made a ruling saying that it is against the rules to discriminate against people's marriages. Thank you, equality. Yes, so now I can finally marry myself. This is what I wanted all along. The love affair I've been having with the beautiful woman in the mirror finally can come to fruition. Ah! I was having bad dreams about rats last night, David Jones. So, big news in the world today. Big news in the world. But frustration on my Twitter account finally got my everything working. So, well, but we need a joke. It's Funny Friday. I haven't told a single joke. Does anyone have any jokes? Funny Friday, where we share jokes to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend. I'm so excited because there's there's a cat rescue group called the Lang Foundation that raises every year, once a year, for about 6 weeks. They'll rent an abandoned building space and take all these. They get donations all year long of used clothing, furniture, dishes, housewares, all kinds of stuff. People donate stuff to them, and then they sell it, and they raise money for animals. So they do this every year, and I went by there. It's ending on Sunday. I went by, and I have no money. I never shop. Don't buy anything. I was very excited. I bought several things. $2.50, $2.50, and $5. I got this shirt. I got this pink shirt for $2.50. I'm so excited about my new shirt. And I got a sweater for $5, and I got a suede zip-up jacket for $4. Very excited. Marcel has a joke. Two girls speed down the highway at 90 miles per hour. Hey, asked a brunette at the wheel, do you see any cops following us? The blonde turns around and says, as a matter of fact, I do. Damn, says the brunette. Are his flashers on? And the blonde turns around and says, yep, Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Hey. Woo! 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 What? Marcel, that was horrible. Wait, what is that? Yes, Wing Doggy. I'm on Google Hangouts, and I'm on. I sent an invitation, Wing Doggy. I'll send it again. Wing Doggy has a joke. Wing Doggy says, if bars aren't allowed to serve drunk people, you get cut off if you're too drunk, why is it that McDonald's is still allowed to serve fat people? Nope, you are cut off. That's it. Size 44. Well, because then they'd go out of business. Because you can't drive drunk, but you can still drive fat. David Jones, the confirmed bachelor who's never been married, says, I fully support gay marriage. They should have every right to be as miserable as the rest of us. I support equality. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And women. All peoples. Marcel says, a little girl says, why does your son say cluck, 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 cluck? And the mother says, because he thinks he's a chicken. The little girl says, well, why don't you tell him that he's not a chicken then? And the mother says, well, we need some eggs. Cluck, cluck, cluck. That's not an egg. Oh. Who? Wing Juggy says, why is it if somebody yells duck, they're helping you, but if somebody yells chicken, they're insulting you? I don't know. Sometimes being a chicken is probably the smart thing to do, Wing Doggy. You know, it's the proverbial, well, if your friends all jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge too? Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Chicken? Okay, you're dead, dumbass. Marcel says, I asked my grandmother if she had ever tried 69. Okay. Conversations you should never have with grandma. She says, no, but I have done 53. But that's all the sailors I could screw in one night. Oh, TMI, Grandma. Who's your daddy? Hello, Alaristar. Thank you. Sorry about all the confusion. I am locked out of Twitter. Locked out of Twitter. Can't sign in. Tried too many times. Won't let me sign in. I sent an invitation, Laura. I don't know if it goes through. Wing Doggy says, if you choke a Smurf, what color does it turn? Pink. They turn pink. They go from blue to pink. I know because not only have I choked, but I have eaten several Smurfs. Yeah! They're delicious. David Jones says, invitations don't go through until the show is over. Well, that comes in handy. Convenient. Yeah. Thank you, Allura. Allura tweeted for me. Thank you, Allura and Wing Doggy. I'm locked out. I can't tweet. Ugh. Marcel says, Satan appeared before a small-town congregation. Everyone started screaming and running for the front of the church door, trampling over each other in a frantic effort to get away. Soon everybody was gone except for one elderly gentleman who sat calmly. Satan walked up to him and said, "Don't you know who I am?" And the little old man says, "Yep, I sure do." And Satan said, "Aren't you going to run away?" And the little old man said, "Nope, I sure ain't." Satan says, "Why? Aren't you afraid of me?" And the little old man said, "I've been married to your sister for the last 48 years. You don't scare me." Ah, that's where she is. So Satan said, "You have my condolences. I give you a lot of respect, man." She scares me too. Wing Doggy says, if you were to fart and burp at the same time, would it make a vacuum in your stomach? No, Wing Doggy, a little known fact, if you fart and burp at the same time, you will actually explode. Yeah. Medical fact. Yeah, so don't do it. Marcel says a newlywed couple is on their honeymoon and they prepare to see each other naked for the very first time. The husband exposed his knotted and twisted feet and explains, "I had polio as a child." I had polio as a child. And the wife says, "Don't you mean polio?" And he says, "No, it only affected the toes. It was polio." And he removes his pants and reveals his deformed knees and says, "Oh, I by the way, I had measles too." She said, "Don't you mean measles?" And he said, "No, it only affected my knees. It was measles." Finally, he pulls off his boxers, and in shock, the young woman gasps, "Oh no! Did you have smallpox too?" Ah! No. No. That's a lot of childhood illnesses. Sam says, "When are you going to say something funny? I need a laugh." I can't tweet. I'm locked out of Twitter. I'm sorry. I can't tweet. I couldn't tweet the links. I know that's made it impossible for a bunch of people to get in today. Special shout out to Sam and Phil. Hope you're both feeling better. Sam, I know you're feeling like crap, and I'm sorry. I'm locked out of Twitter. But I'm very excited. Look, I'm very excited. $2.50. I got this shirt for $2.50. It's a James Pierce shirt. James Purse shirt. $2.50. I gotta show you. I'm very excited. $4. Suede jacket. Suede. $4. David Jones has a joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Isabella. Isabella who? Isabella broken. I keep pressing it, and finally I knocked. It does not look like a $250 shirt. James Purse is a very expensive brand, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know. It's like their shirts sell for like $120 new. So I'm very excited that I got a James Purse shirt for $2.50. And look at this cute suede coat. $4. Suede, lined. Woohoo! Real suede. And a super cute dress from Max Studios, which is a pretty expensive brand. A little pink dress. $5. Pink cotton. That is my excitement for today. Oh, Marcel has another joke. Thank you. Marcel, you're so awesome with the jokes. A man and his wife are at a restaurant, and the husband keeps staring at an old drunken lady swinging her gin at a nearby table. And his wife asks, "Do you know her?" "And yes," sighs the ex-husband, "she's my ex-wife. She took to drinking right after we divorced 7 years ago, and I haven't heard from her since, and I hear she hasn't been sober ever since we got divorced." "My God," says the wife, "who would think a person could go on celebrating for that long? Oh!" David Jones says, "How much for a jacket that fits?" The jacket totally fits. Fits really well. Marcel has another one. A man walks into a bar with a duck on his head, and the bartender says, "Can I help you, sir?" And the duck replies, "Yeah! Help me get this human out of my ass!" If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, and, well, I guess it's a duck. Sturgis Guy says, "Did you hear the one about the Polynesian nymphomaniac? He kept longing for Samoa. Samoa! Samoa! I want Samoa!" I'd like some s'mores, please. Hi, Sturgis Guy. Marcel says, "How many Northern Californians does it take to screw in a light bulb?" Hella? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, update in the news. Those prisoners that were escaped, one of them has been shot dead. The older guy. Somewhere in the woods, they found him and he was shot. The other guy is still out there. My biggest surprise and shock was that they were in the woods. What the hell? They're like 3 weeks, I would be long gone. Linda says they were in the woods heading towards Canada. Well, they had 3 weeks. They should have been in Canada by now. Oh, I didn't hear the whole story. Linda says the guy that was killed was attempting a carjacking. Did not. The other guy, they must have split up because the other guy, they have not found him. Linda says he may have pulled a gun on the cops. Oh. If he had just stayed out of sight. Sam says, I told you. He got impatient. He got impatient. The other guy is supposed to be a survivalist, a wilderness expert. If he's smart, he stays out of sight and just gets to another country and changes what he looks like and disappears and totally starts a new life. That's what I would do if I was a smart criminal on the run. Linda says she heard he's near Maine. Linda, I heard he's in Ellingsworth, Maine. Look out the window. Look out the window. Is there somebody throwing rocks at your window? Ellsworth. Ellsworth. Man. Marcel said, why did the blonde dog have lumps on his head? From chasing parked cars. Oh. Hey, what's with all these blonde jokes? Sam says they're actually near the Pennsylvania border. Why are they going all the way to Pennsylvania? They should be in Canada by now. They were already near the Canadian border. What the hell? Marcel says, what do you call an illegally parked frog? Toad. Out of here, buddy. Linda says, math is like sex. That's what I always thought in math class. Yes, math is like sex. Because you add the bed, minus the clothes, divide the legs, and pray you don't multiply. Oh. Sam says, I told you they're in the woods. They're in the woods. Damn, you think that the geniuses that planned this brilliant escape plan would have had a better follow-up plan once they got outside. 3 weeks! They have had 3 weeks! They should be in another country by now. They could be in Alaska. You could walk across the country to California in 3 weeks. They have no excuse for just sitting there in the woods waiting to get caught. Come on, bad guys. I was rooting for you. Linda says, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Well, we got a long one here from Marcel. A frog goes into a bank and hops on the desk of the loan officer, and he says, hi, what's your name? The loan officer says, hi, my name is John Paddywhack. May I help you? Yeah, said the frog. I'd like to borrow some money. The loan officer obviously finds this a little odd, but he gets out a form and he says, okay, what's your name? And the frog says, Kermit Jagger. Really, says the loan officer. Any relation to Mick Jagger? Yeah, He's my dad, says the frog. Says the loan officer. Do you have any collateral? The frog hands over a pink ceramic elephant and asks, will this do? The loan officer says, I'm not sure. Let me go check with the bank manager. Oh, tell him I says hi, says the frog. He knows me. The loan officer goes back to the manager and says, excuse me, sir, but there's a frog here named Kermit Jagger who says he wants to borrow some money, and all he has for collateral is this pink elephant thing. I'm not sure what it is. And the manager says, it's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone. Oh, Marcel. It's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone. All right, so it is 6 o'clock. So I am just about. I'm gonna end on that good note because that one was funny. I hope you all are gonna have a wonderful weekend. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allure Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T, Sis and As and Dave and Sam and Say Clunchin and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Nouse and Scott Kimmis and Sam and St. Clinton and N1QOV and Wing Doggy and Joe Barney and Red Stapler. Frog goes to his last one from Marcel. Frog goes to a fortune teller and asks if he's going to meet a young girl. The psychic says, yes, you are. The frog replies, where? And the psychic says, in biology class. Run, Froggy, run! Bye. Kisses for everybody. Let me make sure. Bye. I love you. And I put up some new pictures. I love you. Bye. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye. Bye. Bye, Sam.